So it wasn't too long ago that the governor of California, Gavin Newsom, was talking about people who didn't want the COVID shot, like he was going to pin little IDs on their chests and round them up. They were evil, he said. He even compared them to drunk drivers at one point. Watch.
And with all due respect, you don't have a choice to go out and drink and drive and put everybody else's lives at risk. That's the equivalent of this moment with the deadliness and efficiency of the Delta virus.
So he's never apologized for that. That turned out to be completely 180 degrees from the truth. The majority of people dying from COVID at this point are vaccinated. But that idea that we should single out a group of Americans and treat them like subhumans still exists, unfortunately. Jason Rantz is our correspondent in the Northwest. He joins us tonight with an update. Hey, Jason.
Hey, Tucker, there's new research out of the country that tells you unvaccinated truckers are domestic terrorists. That is, pretending vaccination status actually corresponds with risky driving. It's the latest effort to shame the unvaccinated while perhaps maybe line the pockets of insurance companies. So Dr. Donald Rodelmeyer at the Sunnybrook Research Institute, he claimed that motorists that skipped the COVID vaccine demonstrated traffic risks 50 to 70% more frequently compared to those who got the shot. He wrote in the study published in the American Journal of Medicine, he said, quote, "This does not mean COVID-19 vaccination directly prevents traffic crashes. Instead, it suggests that adults who do not follow public health advice may also neglect the rules of the road." So let's buckle up and actually get through this junk study. Because the study looks at crashes that landed all victims in the hospital. So in other words, if a vaccinated driver hits two unvaccinated pedestrians and they all go to the hospital, the data reflects one unvaccinated victim as a risky driver and two unvaccinated victims as risky drivers as well. So one vaccinated victim plus two unvaccinated drivers who are pedestrians who end up becoming victims, even though they didn't actually drive. So what effectively they do are skew the data to disfavor the unvaccinated. Same if the driver didn't actually go to the hospital, but the unvaxxed pedestrians did. So it counts the two unvaxxed as risky, but not the actual driver who didn't go to the hospital and happens to be vaccinated. Now, what's not in the data is who's actually responsible for the crash. Now, that info could obviously show that the vaccinated disproportionately cause accidents. Using the researchers' approach, we can actually argue the government banning the unvaccinated from using public transportation, that forced them to drive. So in other words, we can say actually Justin Trudeau is actually causing the accidents. Now, it is such an unserious study, you actually might wonder why it gets published at all. This is a conclusion from the paper. Quote, "The observed risks might also justify changes to driver insurance policies in the future." So basically they're saying get the shot or pay higher insurance rates.
Why not just put them in camps? I mean, that's clearly what they'd like to do. Let's just cut out the middleman. Jason Rantz, really a stunning story. Thank you for that.
Thanks, Tucker.